Hi, Jim. It's nice to meet you. My name is Samantha, but everyone calls me Sam, and I am an account executive from Carousel Industries. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Sam. I'm doing good. I'm really happy you can make it to the office today so we could talk about some of the technology platforms you have.
Yeah, me too. So I am here because I was participating in a local networking event for sales professions. I actually met an insurance salesperson who works for GCIB, and they shared with me that you guys have been having some issues with the video communications platform.
Yeah, we actually have been having some issues, and I'm happy you came in so we can maybe talk about them.
Awesome. So I know your time is valuable, so I wanted to set an agenda for this meeting today. This will only take about 15 minutes of your time. So does that work for you?
Yeah, that does work.
All right, awesome. And also, is there anyone else you would like to invite to this meeting today?
It's just me for right now.
Okay, then let's start. So, first, I want to give you some background about who Carousel is. I want to understand the challenges that you're facing right now with your current communication platform, and I'm going to provide you with some solutions that Carousel can help you with. Is there anything else you want me to go over today?
No, that sounds like a good agenda.
Awesome. Okay, so Carousel basically integrates and manages technology solutions. So you get to really enjoy having one partner with nationwide support, experience in multi vendor integrations, and an award winning management services along to top technology. We also have 6,000 customers, including 35 of the Fortune 100,
Wow.
as well as 1,300 employees working in 27 locations across the US. Also, what we're really passionate about and what our mission is that we are customer obsessed success. It's literally just what it sounds like. We are obsessed with our customers being successful, and we will do anything to ensure their success.
Wow, that sounds like a great company. I'm really excited to be talking with you guys.
Yeah. So, actually, I understand that you guys went remote because of COVID-19. So, when you did, what did your strategy look like? And then, did you currently use the same tools that you had in place prior to COVID-19?
Yeah, so we actually are still using the same platforms we had before. So we're still using Slack and Skype right now, even though we are going remotely. So we can't. We've been kind of keeping those because we're kind of concerned about the overall integration of it remotely and how difficult that's going to be. But we've been using the same platforms of Skype and Slack mostly right now.
Okay, Jim, I understand. So what are the challenges that you have experienced from this shift? Has the
Yeah.
current on-premises Skype solution performed well for your remote employees?
So right now we've actually had some like issues with Skype overall. So one of the issues that come to mind is the security aspect of it, because actually when we had a meeting with all the different members in our group and our teams, we actually got intruded or interrupted by intruders, and we actually had to end the whole meeting with our company, which is really like very devastating for us because
Yeah.
those big meetings allow us to communicate with one another, especially when we're all remotely. So it makes us a little bit more difficult and makes me a little on edge of when we can have meetings or not. And when using Slack, it's just not as reliable, and the miscommunication and the ability to actually communicate with one another has been so like not consistent and so irritable that people have actually stopped using Slack. So kind of our platforms aren't integrating with each other very well at all.
Yeah, Jim, and I think you said it perfectly when you use the word irritable. Of course, that's irritating. You got hacked during an important business meeting, and now your employees aren't using Slack. So it only makes it harder on you. So, how long have you been using this communication system?
Yeah, so for Skype, we've been using for the past around 3 years, and but the contract's actually coming up in the next year, so we had a 4-year contract. And Slack we've been using for the past 2 years. We don't really have an ending contract with them, but we have been using it off and on basically for the past 2 years. It has been consistent because of people dropping it and then re-downloading it. So that's the overall usage periods of both of our platforms together.
Okay, gotcha. Just a couple of years. And I'm seeing that, your company, you've been facing some really big challenges. So, what has your company done so far to fix some of these problems?
Yeah, so we haven't. So to be honest, we haven't been doing a lot to be changing those. So one of the issues is because we have a really tight budget for integrating communication platforms, and we, like I said or mentioned earlier, integrating these remotely is going to be very difficult. So we had those two major concerns of overall doing it. But I think talking with you guys right now is a really good first step to actually fixing the problems that we have.
Oh, wait, that's great that, talking to us is some of your first steps to the solution. Actually, I think I have a better solution for you than just talking to me. So, Carousel provides a Cisco WebEx communication system. Specifically, I would recommend the active users model for you. But what WebEx is, it's a unified cloud communication platform that makes it possible for organizations to interact and collaborate from any mobile device or video platform. That could be a phone, a computer, literally anything. And some of the really great features of WebEx is WebEx meetings, WebEx training, WebEx events, and WebEx teams. And some of the highlights of these features is that you get to share screen, audio, capacity up to 200 attendees. But what's really unique is that the training program of WebEx is you can deliver live interactive sessions to people anywhere, and you get to keep them engaged with hands-on training, such as tests and breakout rooms, a whiteboard, as well as cool feature of WebEx events is that you get to host large webinars or large-scale virtual events. You guys have obviously been doing a lot of events like through Skype, but now with WebEx, you get to do the same thing, but better.
Wow, that's some awesome characteristics. We actually don't have those right now, so it's kind of cool to hear about them.
Yeah, so it's really neat about WebEx and all the neat features about it.
Yeah, no, those are some really neat features
Yeah.
about how we can maybe utilize those in a company.
Yeah, of course. So, is there anything else you want to talk about? Do you want to hear any more features?
Yeah, I was wondering kind of like how it's worked with other companies or maybe how other companies have utilized this basically.
Sure, of course. So actually, Jim, there's a lot of companies who we have worked in the past for and have similar problems as you. Have you actually heard of the company Allied Beverage?
Actually have, yeah, they're one of the people I've actually been talking with recently.
Oh, that's great. So Allied Beverage actually merged with a new company and they had to move to New Jersey and they needed to build a whole new building ground. Carousel and Cisco WebEx helped Allied Beverage implement state of the art infrastructure and the unified communication system. So we got everything delivered on time and at significant savings for Allied Beverage. And they love the new platform and they say it works so well and it really helped them build their building together.
Wow, no, that sounds like it's actually really been helping them a lot.
Yeah, it has and it's great and they love it.
Awesome. Wow, I got to really talk to them more about this then.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, based off those characteristics and based on the functionalities you just mentioned, I think that Carousel Industries is a really good company, and they do provide a lot of good platforms, especially with WebEx. I do have a few concerns, though, kind of if we were moving forward, though, in the process.
Of course, let me know your concerns.
Yeah, so one of the first concerns that I have is that it is very expensive to integrate you guys' software, and it's very costly to actually license all the staff. So I was wondering on how you guys actually plan on maybe fixing that or resolving that concern.
Yeah, so you are right. And I understand that you are concerned with the price. Cost is always a large concern when you're paying for communication platforms. What kind of budget are you looking for?
Yeah, so right now we might be able to increase our budget slightly, but right now we have a $30,000 budget with our current complete communications platform, but we might be able to move it up maybe $5,000 to $6,000, but that's pretty tight budget compared to other big insurance companies.
Okay, so what I actually recommend with your budget and works out really well is the active user model. So with this model, you only pay for those who are using it, and you can also purchase this subscription in a 1, 3, or 5 year long length. It's monthly, annual, or prepaid billing. Also, in this subscription, you really see a large ROI by avoiding hard costs and in productivity efficiency.
Wow, no, that sounds like a good function with that.
Yeah, it's a really nice function with it, and it's a very popular subscription, and it would work really well for you.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that'd be really helpful with maybe justifying the cost with my managers and supervisors.
Yeah. So, does that clarify your concern about cost?
Yeah, I think that really does clarify and put in perspective on maybe how we can maybe implement this and maybe justify the high cost that you guys have been providing. But in addition to cost, I also have one more concern about
Mhm.
the messaging platform in place. So we actually have Slack right now. So I'm kind of wondering why we would maybe buy a redundant tool such as that.
So you are right that you do have two platforms, but what you mentioned earlier actually is that your Skype contract is running out and that employees have been frustrated with your current system of using the two platforms and how employees have actually just given up Slack. So this will simplify your environment both from management and user perspective because you're going from two tools, your Skype and Slack, to one, the Cisco WebEx. Also, we have customer service that is 24/7. And this goes right back to our mission statement of customer success obsessed, of why we do 24/7 customer service, because we're obsessed with our customer success.
No, yeah, that I think that it's kind of like a one-stop shop. Like you have
Mhm.
both the platforms there, it makes it more simpler for both us and also our clients. So I think that'd be really helpful with maybe replacing Slack and kind of justifying that to other people that might be using Slack currently.
Yeah. So, do both of these concern your address your concerns?
Yeah, I think that both your answers about kind of the specific characteristics of WebEx do address both my major concerns. So I think that's really good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Jim. Thank you.